Welcome back to the channel. So guys, um, when dealing with people, this isn't just to do with maybe a relationship partner you find yourself with, but this could be friends and everything else. So I believe when we deal with people we shouldn't be dealing with, God intervenes at some point. Everybody can come off like they're good for you. Everybody can come off like they're a good friend. These women out here can come off like they're a good partner by mirroring you. Friends can even act like a good friend, laugh and joke around. Things always seemingly seem pretty good. And that is why you make friends and, deal with people you deal with until the truth starts to show, because I genuinely believe in the midst of all these things, God intervenes at some point. When things are about to get dangerous, when things are about to go in a way that, is detrimental to your life, you get these feelings that someone's up to something, and you can just tell. You can feel it, you can sense it, and you just know something's up. It just don't sit well. You don't feel like that's a genuine friend. You don't feel like that's a genuine girl. You don't feel like what's happening is genuine. So God allows you to see their true colors, and that's what a red flag is. He allows you to see this, and that is up to you if you want to, see it for what it is or not. That is up to yourself. That is up to every single one of us if in those moments we really pick up on it and do something about it, and possibly stop talking to that person, call them out for something, possibly too, whatever. Or we just ignore the red flag and continue on as if what you saw didn't hold much weight or didn't matter that much. Which is a huge mistake. We've all done it before. When you're close to somebody as well, it's hard to just cut them off. It's not easy, especially when you're close to somebody. It's not that easy, but God will show you as many times as He needs to the dark tactics that some people use against you. Like, I could sit here and tell you guys 100,000 different things that I've seen, but there's just so much. There's just so many things that I did see that I couldn't possibly explain them all. People have blatantly exposed their self to me. Like, there was nothing hidden about it. They're showing you who they are. And it's like, damn. It's that obvious. It's that blatant. And I tell you guys, I have made the mistake of even staying around people like that. And I shouldn't have done it. I should have saw it for what it was and did what I should have done. But I didn't do it. And that is my bad. I'm going to sit there and blame the person for doing me as dirty as they did. At the end of the day, I let it happen. And this video is a lot about accountability as well, and that's what we're getting into now. Like, we can sit there and blame people for doing us wrong and everything else, but a lot of the time, we are the ones to blame for letting people stay around us when we didn't have to do that. We didn't have to let those people stay around us. We really did not. So we are to blame for a lot of the things that continuously happen. Maybe if somebody was really good and they did something, sure, they're to blame. Now you get rid of them. But if you start to see these dark tactics, if you start to see manipulation, red flags, and you continuously let this stuff happen, then there comes a point where, you know what, like, you're doing it to yourself. You're keeping a person around because you're choosing not to see them for what they really, really are. And you might just think to yourself, like, this person is that way, but they're also good. This person is manipulative. This person uses dark tactics and magic and all that other witchcraft type of shit. But they're also a good person sometimes, and I kind of like them. That's a big, 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 big mistake, my friend. Big. That stuff you see that's happening is a much bigger deal than you're giving it credit for. You're discrediting the bad things that are happening, and you're letting it happen. And you're teaching the person that is doing those things to you that they can do it again. Just by you keeping them around. That is the part that sucks, because you do like the person that they are sometimes. But it's not going to be good enough. Because the bad side that you see from those people is going to continue to get worse. It doesn't ever get better. It gets worse. So, I'm here to tell you guys today that, if you guys are around people like this, whether it be a relationship partner or a friend or a family member or whatever it might be, I'm here to tell you guys that she's got to get out. For your own good, for your own safety, for your own mentality, for your well-being mentally, you have to get out. Because this kind of stuff weighs on you over time. It's not the biggest deal on earth when you get done dirty at first. You can kind of take it. And that's how it always happens. At first, they might have acted and behaved pretty good for months. And all of a sudden, you get done dirty in some way. And all the good still outweighs that bad thing that's happened. The bad thing don't just override all the good things. It's when things build up and accumulates, and by the end you're actually damaged because of how many times they did you dirty. Now you're actually damaged. But you will reach a point where enough is enough. You can't take it anymore. And you literally got to get away from the person. You literally got to get away from that damn person, man. Because it's way too much. They be doing too much, bro. And I'll tell you this right now. In the case of a man and a woman, if a man leaves a woman's life, which is pretty rare, because men typically stay, women typically leave. Women initiate 85% of the divorces. That's all you need to know. Women are usually the ones to leave. Relationships, marriages, everything. So if a man leaves, you really be doing too much. You really be doing too much. You are the problem. Because a man is not going to leave a situation that is good. He's just not going to. And men are fixers. Men, you can break as many things as you want in plain sight. A man is going to want to fix it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because that's how we are. Women will find things that are broken. Women will find things that aren't going so well. Like, everything could be perfect in a relationship, let's say. Women will literally nitpick at the things that could be better, isn't so good. That's just what they do. Instead of focus on the things that are going so good, they're trying to find some sort of negative. They're trying to find negativity to just, create some sort of toxicity, chaos, and if you're a man who works very hard to make things very good for yourself, for your relationship, you put in so much, and you get a woman like that, bro, oh my God, you're gonna get pissed. Because if you be doing so much already and you got this complete head case of a female who's just like ungrateful, they're gonna nitpick at things when you're doing 49 things out of 50 that are good. They're gonna nitpick at things, and it's gonna rub you the wrong way, very much so, because of how many good things you've done. And the only reason you can't do the 50 out of 50 good things is because you're focused so much on the 49 out of 50. You can't do everything at once. You can't buy flowers, bring home food, go and save 1,000 children from a burning building, and take out the trash. And the list goes on. I can't even think of things right now. It's just, you guys understand what I'm saying. You could have done 49 things out of 50 that are good. And you get some broad who's focused on the 50th out of 50 things that you couldn't do. And you couldn't do it because you didn't even have time. Because you had to do all those other things, and you did it all. You can't do something else because there wasn't even enough time in a 24-hour day, or within a week or a month, however long it took. You didn't have the time. So, dealing with women like that, that's some manipulative shit. They're probably a slouch themselves. They're probably a useless broad who doesn't bring any value to the table. She's just focused on what you can bring all the time. All up in your face. Acting like she's the best thing on earth, but she does nothing. Just complains all the time about this and that and this. Doesn't do a damn thing. You do it all the time. So, that's going to rub you the wrong way. And I don't recommend dealing with people like this because you're literally, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well for yourself. It's not going to end well for them. It's not going to end well for anybody. You, as a man, should not be in an environment like that whatsoever. Like, you got to get out, bro. And a lot of this is between men and women because, and I know we didn't start this way, but it's not the women in today's society doing too much. It's not the women today paying the bills for a man and taking a man out and paying for a man's food and buying a man flowers and doing all other kind of stuff. If anything, it's a man doing it for them. And I understand there's independent women who take care of themselves and blah, 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 all that other shit. It's pretty cool. Women don't take care of men. Alright? So, this is how we're here. It's typically the men that get picked over in today's society. And if you're a man that has his shit going, like, you gotta be careful, bro. You gotta, get yourself a lady, if anything, that brings value to the table and is appreciative of you and your efforts and is not disrespectful and never takes you for granted in what you do. And that in itself is rare to get today because there's something about doing a whole bunch of stuff for a woman that just, it's never enough. It's never going to be enough. And that's why you don't want a lazy broad. You don't want it. Because women who are not lazy are better women. Women who are lazy are bigger, you know what? BITCHESs. 100%. So you guys don't want to deal with anything like that. You don't want to deal with these manipulative women, because a woman can be borderline useless and manipulate you into thinking you're the one that's useless when you're doing everything. She's just projecting her useless behavior onto you to make you feel like you're useless because you didn't pull your car to the side of the road to pick her a flower in the fucking ditch. You know what I'm saying? So, all this stuff is actually a very, very high form. All these dark tactics is a very high form of manipulation. And dealing with that stuff is going to drive you up the fucking wall, man. It's going to drive you nuts. Because you know how much you're doing. And to get hagged on, to get ragged on about what you didn't do when you've done so much, it's going to boil your blood. Like, you can't even believe it, man. That someone could be that way. Imagine someone who does so much for you and you're just focused on something else that they didn't do. When you just receive so much, who does anything for anyone nowadays? Imagine someone just comes in, there's a whole bunch of stuff for you. How could you possibly complain? How? Well, there's useless ass people in this world that find a way to complain about that kind of stuff, although they've been given so much already. They still complain. And they are miserable inside. And they want to project their misery onto you. That is their goal. All this stuff is a real thing. And any signs of this stuff, guys, this is how we're going to end this video. Any signs of that stuff, you have to get the fuck out. I know you guys want to see the good in people. I know you guys want to see the good in that woman you're still with, and all the good times, who gives a fuck about the good times? Look at what just happened. Look at what they done. That stuff happening more than 1 or 2 times is unacceptable. And be honest, it's happened more than 1 or 2 times, hasn't it? Disrespect in a relationship, disrespect when it comes to even friends, is a huge red flag. I used to have friends that got disrespectful. I'm not friends with them no more. They're bums. I dated women before who got disrespectful for no fucking reason. They had the world handed to them, and they get disrespectful. So, you're a useless broad. Get out of my life. And that's the way it has to be. There's abusive people in this world that you could give the world to, and they will try to shatter your world in the process of you giving them the world. Does that make sense? Using dark tactics, manipulation, crazy making. They try to put your mind, but you have to stay solid in your mind. That's what you have to do. You cannot let them get to you in any way, shape, or form. You got to stay focused on what's actually happening around you, which, look what they're doing. They're manipulating the shit out of you, man. The things they're doing, the things they're saying is not really real. It's all manipulation. It's all to make you feel bad. It's all to make you feel negative emotions. And you cannot let them get in. You have to get them out of your life. Some of you are with somebody right now that is like this, and you have to get them out of your life completely, because they'll fuck up your whole life. And in the process, you're literally giving them the world. And it's messed up. So, I've been in situations myself before, and my foot got put down. That's it. That's enough. This is completely. It's it. This is the end. It's done. it's over. When a man reaches that point, you really, really up. Seriously bad. And you must have been doing a lot, because a man can take a lot of shit. A real man can take a lot of shit. And a real man ain't not going to leave easy. But if the continuous bad patterns and behaviors continue on, and he knows in his mind, this ain't going to get better, it's going to get worse, because this person is dumber than a box of rocks. So, anyone using these dark tactics against you, manipulation, all this other kind of crazy shit, you got to get them out, man. You got to get them out, and you got to continue on your life, because there's much bigger and better things coming to you. God sees all the good you have done. He sees what you've been through. Much better things are on their way. Best believe that. So, get yourselves out. Anyways, guys, that is the video for today. I just want to give you guys this reminder. There's lots of people dealing with this stuff, and that is why I'm doing this video, because I myself have been through it. A lot of you have been through it, and we have to stay focused, and we can't, believe anything they're doing or saying, because they do a good job of trying to do that to you when you've done a ridiculous amount of things for them. And in the end, you're going to feel stupid for the amount of things you've done for a fucking demon from hell. So, it's quite embarrassing, honestly, but it is what it is. Let's take the L and continue on. But anyways, guys, that is it. Do not forget to come follow me on Instagram. Exact same username as here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. And with that being said, God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.